All right, perfect. Whew. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So we are starting out and it is set up. Usually I have my phone here. Now the phone is here. Not that you really care, but we're going to try this out. So here we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I've got the Unfolding Path Tarot in my hand. It's one that I accidentally fell in love with. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck. Hey, Jolene. Good morning. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Maria. Hi. Hey, guys. I have my little area set up so I'm facing this way rather than that way. So if I'm a little thrown for a minute, just bear with me. I'm trying out a new angle to see if I can get a little better. Still adjusting, still adjusting. But if you've got some questions, good morning, Kim. Hi. Let me know how the new angle is going. I'm trying this where I'm trying to film this and so I can record it on my iPad and upload it to YouTube a little faster than if I have to wait for TikTok to do its thing. So, okay. So anyway, hopefully this is good, but this is the time. Oh, gorgeous. I love that. I'll take that. My hair's been, but this is a time where we do a few micros for free and then we get into the paid list, but this is what we got going on. So if you've got a question, this is the time to shoot one out. I've got Tarot of the Unfolding Path in my hands, and hopefully we'll be able to see down like this, back up. I'm not used to manhandling all of this stuff. You would think I was used to manhandling my phone. Yes, that I can say for sure, but not from this angle. So let me know if you've got a question, and we will get right to it. So what do we got? All right. Lee, will my finances improve? For Lee. Whoa, what does this want to come out? Oh, something big's going on. You've got Death and Transformation, the Chariot, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords in between. Ugh. It feels like you're undergoing something financially that's transformative. It's not going to improve overnight. Death and Transformation is death and rebirth. It will improve, but it's going to take a little bit of time. The Chariot's indicating momentum's there, but where you have the King of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in between, you need to reevaluate. Look at something you're doing that's causing, I would say, energetic leak, energetic bleed of the finances. I mean, anybody that says be frugal will say watch where you're spending when you don't need to. But this is giving death and then the Chariot. And then there's the steps that you have to take between. You have to build solidly, build slowly. So it will improve, but it's not going to be right away. You're going to have to clean up on aisle 7, Irv. That's what I'm getting for you. You're going to have to clean up what's going on in them a little bit first. And I'm not sure what that's about. And I don't even think it's excessive. I just think it's going to be slower improvement, slower pacing than you would like. Which, who wouldn't like their finances to improve like ASAP, ASAP, ASAP? So that's what I'm getting. Is Sergio trying some type of love spell on me, Valeria? Okay, we'll look and see what the cards say to that. I have a few thoughts on love spells. But, hey, Tasha. I think that some of the greatest things that we can do for love to cast a spell on others is totally be adoring ourselves, in love with ourselves, taking care of ourselves, and having fun. That casts a spell on anyone around you. That ups your flirt game. It ups everything for you. But is he casting a spell on you? We're going to just take a quick look. What is this? We've got the Chariot, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. He's working really hard to prove himself is what I'm getting. You've got this focus, this desire and focus to create balance. This Eight of Pentacles, he's trying to work to gain approval, trying to work to gain your notice, your attention. A Knight of Pentacles, very, very prepared. So is he casting a spell? No. Does he want your attention? I think he does. So that's what I'm getting on that one. So yeah. Is the light that went out on my Jeep serious? Do I look like a fucking mechanic? Well, take a look. I'm going to take one card because that's just one of the funniest I've gotten in a while. Is the light that went out on your Jeep serious? This is just a tarot card reading. I can hardly take myself serious on this one. Okay. High Priestess, there's something secretly. It's screwy. She knows more than what... Yeah, check it out. That's what I'm getting. She knows more than what you think. Your intuition on this is saying, check it out, check it out. Is it the end of the world? I don't know, but check it out. There's something hidden. Yeah, check it out. Okay, I'm going to do my commercial now. That's a great way to start it. A great lift for the mood. Okay. It's the light that's going out on my Jeep. Serious. I love that. All right. Where did I put my little... announcement thing of what I do here. Shit, guys. What a day. I've rearranged so much, it's just kind of crazy. Okay, well, I'll just tell you what I'm doing. What I'm doing is $20 for a blind reading. It's where you get the read you need. Over here, you can see the cards. You see I've rearranged a bit. So you get the read you need, right? So that's great. But you don't ask a question on that one. If you want a micro, that's usually 7 to 10 cards. That's $30. If you want a full, that's usually 15 to 20 cards. And that you can ask a question on, excuse me, I called it a micro. A mini is 7 to 10, $30. A full is $40, and that's 15 to 20. And yes, you can ask a question. Here's my little thing. I knew it was down there. There we go. That might make more sense. So you have the blind oracle. You can have a mini or a micro tarot where you ask a question. You can have bones or crystal ball or a past life reading. Those are my specialty reads. Those are $50. This is how you can pay me. This is the list. Once it gets on and gets going, it takes a little while. So if you want to get on, information's in my bio, but remember to put the E before the I. That's what we've got going for today. That's what we're doing. So we're going to do that for a short little while. And my husband's coming home today, so I'm very excited. I don't know when he's coming home. It might be 3 hours, 5 hours, who knows? But yeah. Ariana, can you have a message? Sure. I want to look at this. This is the Wild Things Oracle. And I can do charms. I don't know where they're at right now, Kim. I don't know where I've placed them. I've rearranged so much. I think I'm going to feel like I'm settled into my new space in, I don't know, maybe a year. I don't know, but it's coming along. But the message that you asked for. You're getting be yourself very strongly. Now, this is where the wild things are. This talks about being yourself. And you hear me say this all the time. Sometimes the judgment card comes up. Sometimes in other oracle decks, we get it. Be true to yourself. Be yourself, warts and all. As is. Authenticity reigns. Authenticity is the quickest way to be in our highest energy. Just by accepting who we are and presenting who we are. Ripping off the mask and just being right there. So that's your message. And this is from this oracle. And this one is actually a little bit deeper and good to journal with. It's really a good one. So this is kind of new in the collection. So that's why I said yes, because I hadn't shown that before. So there we go. So you're welcome, honey. You are welcome. So we are going to do one more of the micro reads, which is a 3-card read, and then we're going to go to the paid list. So that is what we're doing. So, okay. Ruth, will I be receiving a good job offer soon? Let's take a look. Okay, Ruth, we're going to go into the Pope Girls Tarot. Put that one back. That is not Pope Girls. That's Astro Matrix. Okay, and this is one of my favorite. So if you need a read, please let Kim know. She's the one that helps me keep track of who's on the list and what kind of reading it is. Keeps my brain on straight, so then I can be lost in the cards and getting you a better read. So I want to see this again. You're asking, will you be getting a good job offer soon? Not soon. It feels like you need to prioritize, take care of what's important to you, and cover your ass. You might get an offer, but it feels like you might get an offer for what I would call a Band-Aid job. So you want to be very, very mindful of this. Very, very mindful of what would be going on. Okay? This is what I'm getting. This, Page of Swords, be observant. Be like the spy in the camp. Observe, witness, be mindful of the words you do have, but it feels like the wrong offer. That's what I can tell you. It just feels like it's the wrong offer. Okay? All right. Good morning, Erin. Good morning, good morning. It's good to see you all. I'm a little bit thrown for a loop to have the cards this way. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off, but we'll see. Okay. So the paid list is now open. I did the commercial before. So the blind is over here is where the cards are. You can see. So that's the blind right there. And you don't ask a question. You just get the read you need. If you want to do a paid reading and ask a question, the mini or the full is the way to go. I still am doing the year ahead, and we just started at the month we're in. Go 12 months out. That's usually like about a baker's dozen of things to look at. So if we're seeing that, then we'll do that. But whatever. Oh, private reading class info. Thank you. I do have that. So hopefully this is going to show up. Here is for Tarot Plus Spiritual Gifts coming up. Here's for the private read. Now, Tarot plus spiritual gifts. This is if you've taken the tarot class already and you want to dive in a little bit deeper. If you want a private read, I'll do 3 questions for $66. Usually a 1 to 2 day turnaround, okay? So that's what I've got on that. If you want to do the classes and just, if you're a beginner, I recommend a Rider-Waite deck and one that you really like where they haven't changed all the names, right? The Tarot 1, 2, 3 class, this is $123. It's about, what, 15 videos, 3 hours long. And then we do 2 follow-ups for a half hour after the class. And you can ask me anything if the courts are puzzling you. If there's something about you're trying to figure out what this means and you're hearing contradictions from maybe one guidebook to another, which happens quite a lot, actually. It does happen. So if you want to have that happening, that's just fine. Just be aware that when you take the class and you get the follow-ups, that's the juiciest parts. That's the funnest part because you're going to be talking tarot faster than you even know. It's not so much memorize, memorize, memorize. It's really learn to have fun with the cards. Learn to see what's going on with the cards and relate with them. Then they're talking tarot to you. Then they're talking your language. And just because someone says, no, I see this particular card has only one specific meaning. If anybody tells you that, they are off their fucking rocker because tarot has layered and layered and layered meanings, so it can be intimidating. You don't have to memorize everything to really become a good tarot reader. You have to understand and get the feel for what the cards are trying to say for you, and above all, trust your intuition, okay? So that's what I've got on that. I'm going to manhandle this phone because it's making me crazy. I don't think I can do it this way, so we're going to do it a little bit different. So 1 second. Sorry, guys. Just gonna adjust this on the fly if we can. There we go. Maybe. Maybe. Ugh, you guys are getting great views of my nose today. So sorry. Okay. That's just much better. Okay, great. So much better. Isn't that so funny? Okay, when it's out of whack, it's out of whack. Okay, we are going to do that. And I think that we got a payment that came through. So I'm going to double check that really quick. Okay. Okay, now let's see what we got. This isn't quite right. Hi there, Diana. Hi. Okay, if you guys can let me know or let Kim know who's on the list. I think it's Cassidy, and I think it's for the year ahead, but if there's somebody ahead. Oh, whoa, that's really popping. All right, hang on, guys. Let me just look. Kim, you might know the list better than I do just yet. So hang on. Okay, we have Melissa and Cassidy. So, okay. So, Melissa for the year ahead and then Cassidy for the year ahead. So, Melissa, Cassidy. Okay. All right. It's not over there. Where is the deck that I need? Ooh. Okay, we are going into Mystic Mondays, and we are going to really, really clear the decks, make some space, because I want space here for these. These ones, when I try to do them in the smaller space, it's a little bit crazy to do. Now we've got the space. Oh, yes. Okay, Melissa, the year ahead. We've got Mystic Mondays, and this is a deck that people tend to either love or really not like. I don't want to say hate, but love or really not like. So what do we got for you, honey? Starting May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So we're starting May, June. Now the overall lesson is going to be how are you manifesting? And it has to do with manifesting more money and also overcoming the dark night of the soul. You have the Hermit here and the Ace of Coins. So this is what you're overcoming, the dark night of the soul, or learning to use the spiritual truth that you have gained recently as something that helps guide you forward and allow the transformation to happen. It feels like you're still like, you saw me kind of like trying to ease into this. Feels like you're still experiencing part of this death. The cocoon has been shattered and it's been opened, but you aren't quite out of it yet. So interesting. This energy is around a lot of people right now where they know they're no longer caterpillar, but they haven't quite figured out how do you operate being a butterfly. This is what's going on in May. In June, you have the Five of Wands. This is competition, conflict, strife. This is where you feel like the comparison game is coming in a little bit heavy here, and you feel like maybe you don't measure up in this way, or you're always comparing. Stop it. Don't do that. It doesn't serve you, right? So knock that shit off. I want to see what else you need to know. There's also a time of scattered energy when you have the Five of Wands. It's like nobody's on the same page in June. Just expect a buttload of chaos in June. Harmony is the undercurrent. Harmony is what you're trying to get to, and it's going to be challenging, challenging, challenging. That's what I'm getting there. Now, what else are we getting? We got these 3 cards coming up. Five of Pentacles. You're going to feel odd man out. It's like the way that you're trying to express yourself in this new way is going to be hard for others to get, even though you've had this butterfly transformation, even though you know you can fly. You might still be hanging around with too many caterpillars and be like, don't you get it? It's time to fly. And they're like, what are you talking about, Willis? I don't get this at all. That's what's coming up. Knight of Wands. You're messaging, messaging, messaging. But 6 of Cups. You're messaging to the wrong group, to the old friends, to the old friends. It's why there's chaos. This is June. There's going to be room for new friends coming in. Now, we've got July as the King of Wands, and we've got the Fool coming in August. July is showing us a strong stand in leadership, and August is saying a new start. So even though you have this transformation here, you don't get the new start till 1, 2, 3 months later. That's a little bit of a vexing pisser, challenge, frustration. It's vexing. So that's what I've got. There's no nice way to say it's going to piss you off a bit, hun. It just is. So June, July, August, September. September, Ace of Cups. Hallelujah and the relief. Finally, after the heat of August, you get the water flowing in big, the emotions flowing in big, really understanding what you're doing here. This is a great card to see. This is a new spiritual gift. This is a new feeling comfortable in your own skin, so to speak, feeling comfortable with your own spirit, residing a little bit differently in the vessel. That's what I get. You have this sense of overflowing vessel here. This is what's coming through. All right, October. We have the moon energy now. Again, mystery is afoot. Whoopity-whoop. Who likes that? Nobody likes the moon card. Well, some people like it a little bit better than the tower card. Not me. Because it's like got distortions. The reflection isn't accurate. You've seen how when my cards were on the wrong side and it was like, freaked me out and I had to move it so it was comfortable. There's distortions coming here. There's hidden things here. There's things that are mysterious, and there's a little bit of batshittery afoot. Now, this is October. Just think about the whole month from it feels like even the last few days of September in through October. Everything is masked, disguised, hidden, mysterious. And it's not people with bad agendas around you. No, no, no. But everything's in costume. Blessings are in disguise. People are in disguise. Everything's in costume from end of September on. It's Halloween time. Just think of it in those kinds of terms. Your Halloween is going to be all damn month long. So, you know, the greatest teacher could be your kid that month. Your kid could be driving you bananas. Ugh. Somebody at work might be like very cactusy personality, porcupine personality. They might be actually the one that offers you the most love and support. You just don't know. It's going to be topsy-turvy. That's what I can tell you. And it's going to be a little bit deeper than what I can express, but it feels very topsy-turvy. That's the energy of it. That's how it is. That moon is coming in like, boom, really big, really big. Okay, 9 of Cups in November. Huge gratitude. It's everything you wished for that you didn't know you wanted. This is wish fulfilled. So be careful of what you're focusing on. Be careful of what you're wishing for. Be careful where you're banking your energetic currency. This means where are you investing your emotions? This is something important for you to pay attention to. Where are you investing your emotions? It's no small thing. But when you invest the same emotion over and over and over, your heart's desire becomes more clear, more close in time and in space, and easier for you to reach. This is important because December has the Lovers. This is the choice. It's not just about who you choose to love. It's also about what you choose to love and following the path of the heart's desire. Very much the choice. Is it the person? Is it the job? Is it both? What rings true to you? You have decisions in December. October, November, December, January. January, we have the 8 of Swords. Now, I'm a little bit puzzled on this one, because you've been following your path, you've been doing good. I want to see what's going on. Are you throwing yourself back into, yes, you are. I'm not puzzled on this. When we look across the board, we look over here. I look from the 8 of Swords to over here, the King of Wands and the Fool coming in. What I'm getting is you're allowing somebody else to influence and lead a little stronger than what you are leading for yourself. I would ask for you in January to remember to take the lead and own the lead. Take the limitations off. Don't yield to someone else's agenda, someone else's plan, someone else's version of what should be happening. This is take the limitations off. You can do these things. Just because somebody else says, oh, I know you, you're not good at this, or I know you, you're great at that. Don't take their definition. Their version of who you are is not who you are. Your version of who you are is the way you be truest to self. That's important for you to know. Anything else on that in January? Because you've made a big decision to go forward. Yeah, their version of you will burden you. You need to drop some of that shit, like half of that shit. You need to work smarter, do smarter for self, honor self more. Oh, ha, ha. Ace of Pentacles coming up here. Love it, love it, love it. Now we see this right in the center. What's in the year ahead? The value in here and your own spiritual guidance as the lesson, what you're doing, what you're growing. Your energetic currency is something you are learning to invest, to do like an exponential, like when you do 3 squared or 3 cubed, it's different, right? When you're doing math exponentially. This is what you're doing with your energetic currency when you honor this lesson. Okay, Wheel of Fortune in February. This is where things change. You're like two numbers of the combination of the safer, and you need that third number. This is what's happening in February. It's dialing it in, and it does feel like, yes, very much feels like safecracker energy. It's not just dialing it in. It's like cranking that handle. You do have the right formula. You do have the right combination, and it opens. It opens and it yields to you. It is divine timing, saying, yes, it's open now. The way is clear. High Priestess energy comes up in March. This is where the secrets that are within you, not the secrets or the lessons or the wisdom that's external, but the wisdom internal is right here, unfolding to you. And this is an inner knowing. This comes through right here. This is inner knowing. The mysteries have unfolded, and you will know this. You will know this via experience. You will know this via a remembering and a recognition is what's coming in there. April, we're seeing the 3 of Wands. Now, this one is a different showing of it. It's like hop, 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 like step, step, step. It's these pylons that are sticking out of the water. It's like you could leap from one to the other to the other. Usually we see the 3 of Wands, and I call it the Santa Fe burger. And it's where somebody's looking out over the ocean. It's like, oh, it's so vast. My ships are coming in. My ships are coming in. You're being required to take some action. I want a little more clarity on this, and then we'll close this read. You are being required to take action. You do have the truth that is revealed to you. The Knight of Swords holds the sword of truth. Now you're going to have to take some action. This isn't just the page, it's the knight. In this deck, he doesn't have the horse, but really he does. He has the ability to take action, to move, to carry messages, to carry truth. High Priestess has revealed it. What are you waiting for? It will be time to take action. If you want to advance, quit waiting for your ship to come in. You need to be an active partner on what it is that you want to create, okay? That's what I'm getting for you. That feels very complete. Yeah, the sword of truth is in your hands. And then, of course, you return back to this. The transformational year is complete. That's what I've got. This is Mystic Mondays Tarot, and that is a stunner. Not an easy one. That is a challenging one by far. When you start with this, and then you're going towards this as the lead card, yeah, it's going to be a little bit challenging for you. You're going to be just fine anyway. Don't you sweat it, okay? All right. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Hey, Jack. Hey, how are you, honey? Good to see you. Good to see you. You guys, if you aren't following Jack, go follow her here. Follow her on YouTube. Also, if you're into the nutrition and the spiritual nutrition side, she's got some wisdom bombs to drop your way. So go follow Jack. Hopefully that's, I don't know if that's going to hold, guys. I'm so irritated with that. Okay. That's just going to be how it is. All right. So we're a little screwy today. What's new? Okay. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm arguing with my setup, trying to figure it out. I have the setup a little different than usual, but that's okay. Not to worry. No undies need bunched for that. All right. We're going to Cassidy's year ahead. That's next on the list. So 1 second, I'll get some water and we'll go to Cassidy's. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm working on getting it right. I don't know how to put that. Cassidy's year ahead. Cassidy, we are in the Cosmic Tarot for you. This is an oldie but a goodie. The other room is partly what I worked on yesterday with my daughter. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a little while because Phil and I have some different thoughts on how that needs to look. And so, yeah, it's going to be coming along. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Okay. Cassidy, year ahead. What do we got going? These need a different shuffle. They need more of this kind of a shuffle. That's too harsh. Okay. Whoa. Ho. Ace of Cups and the Lovers right out of the center. Wow. Cassidy. Holy camole. This is a big deal. Big deal. You've got overwhelming love. Huge, overwhelming love coming up. And choices. How do you be true to your heart's desire this year? This is the question for you. All right. And we're started. We're going May, June, July, August. We'll get this out of the way. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Okay. May, we're starting with the Five of Swords. Now, usually this is adding insult to injury, or this is just bully energy. This is the energy where you've done this before. You don't have to prove it on the battlefield. And this is arguing over who's right, or being so stuck in your thoughts that you pin yourself down. It's not quite the entrapment of the Eight of Swords, but it's definitely not an easy one. Usually we see the battlefield scene with this one. This one is definitely pinned down by thoughts. There's something that needs release going on. This is what's going on in May. And then, bam, Fool's Up. Fool's Up right here in alignment with the Lovers. Oh my gosh. And look at this. Okay, we've got the Fool, the Lovers, and the Hangman. Boom. Major. This is starting June. This is December. Holy shitballs. This is big. You are seeing from a different point of view. Seeing from a huge new way of being. Seeing what's going on, that this is the leap of faith you have to take. The leap of faith that even if you peer over the cliff and you're like, yeah, I don't want to do this, you're going to do it. Nobody has to push you. You just have to choose and you will be caught. The leap of faith is here. Regardless of whatever this is about, whatever you let go, leave the battlefield behind. The Lover's choice is the path of the heart's desire. The heart's desire needing and mandatory honoring of the heart's desire. Nine of Pentacles comes up. Now, this is Miss Sitting Pretty in the Garden. She has time for luxury, for leisure. She's taking her time. She got everything she could possibly need. Occasionally, she sends her bird out to check what's going on. Okay, yippity-doo-dah, yip-hooray. She's going to send that out. But this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. When this comes through, this is asking you to realize your value, realize your worth, and take your time in your independent time. Take your time in your singleness. Take your time in what you're doing that nourishes you and luxuriate in the garden. So we've got June, July, August right here. You're going to come to this understanding of what you don't want. This is really a tricky one. This is the Eight of Cups. Now, Eight of Cups is saying you've got enough of whatever it is that was unfulfilling. Enough of what wasn't satisfying. Enough of what you didn't want. Okay, I'm being given this, so take it for what it is. So I love the flavor of Diet Coke. We were raised with Tab and then Diet Coke in my family, and Diet Coke became the flavor that we always had around different New Year's parties, whatever, family gatherings. So last year at some point, I decided I wanted some Diet Coke. They didn't have it. I'm like, okay, I'll get Diet Pepsi. And on and off over these years, this has been my vice. So I'm like, okay, I'll get Diet Pepsi. I'm telling you, I went off Diet Coke because I didn't like Diet Pepsi so well that I made like a 12-pack of Diet Pepsi last for a damn near month. I've never done that good with Diet Coke in my life. I usually just knock one of those back and on we go. This is the unsatisfaction of that Diet Pepsi was so bleh that it made me not want soda. It was like I was so done, so over it. This is what's going on. You're so done with the unsatisfying flavor, the unsatisfying drink, the unsatisfying relationships that don't serve you anymore, that you will no longer sit among them. You're just going to be done. And usually you see this guy and he's walking away, you see his back. We see this in August, a moment of contemplation. We've had time in the garden to recognize what it is that smells sweet and what it is that needs uprooted and yeeted out, right? That's what you've got there. September, Queen of Wands. Ooh, and she is potent. She is like vampire sexy, vampire seductive. She's got all the mojo in the world. Super approachable. Once you've left this in August, in September, more people approach. More people want to be among, around, and with. It's just a longing to be in your presence because you are traveling lighter. I want to explore that for a minute. Why am I getting that? Why am I getting that? Lucy's in the house. Okay, Lucy. It's easier to travel light in ballet slippers than combat boots. She's showing me the two. You can't wear one combat boot and one ballet slipper and think you're going to be traveling light. You need to really clearly step out of the heavy boots. Step out of, and I'm getting combat boots. Maybe because there's been arguments here. Yeah. You need to step into the slippers. Step into the ballet slippers and travel light. And people will be drawn to and around you and come through for you, with you. You will not feel so alone, so cast out, so lonely. You will not feel lack in any way. When you travel light, there's this fulfillment that comes from within, that is shared, that is delightful, that is joyful, and you don't feel like you're waiting for everything else. You've luxuriated long enough, and you've left the boots behind. Travel light, walk light, put on your slippers, dear. That's what Lucy's got for you. Yeah, that's complete for right now. Okay, I'm allowed to go forward now. Okay. October, 9 of Wands. This is about standing strong and being very, very resilient. And in this one, you can really see the lion here. You can, or I don't know if I pointed to it right. I think I did. Right there, the lion. You see that. You see what's going on. There's this fierce, fierce energy. So this August lingering over is showing up here in October. And it's not going to linger over long. You're just going to get more and more clear. In that year ahead we just did, everyone was in masks and in disguise. In your October, nobody's in masks and in costume. You're seeing more clearly than you've seen in years because you're seeing it through her eyes. So that's what I've got there. November. November, you ride the hero horse for yourself. Somebody does come in. I do want to go to the cards and see what's coming on through this. In November, somebody enters the scene. Somebody that is young, a dreamer. November, enter the dreamer. Enter the new dream. Enter the time of the dream space. Now, this is pie in the sky thinking sometimes unrealistic. You wouldn't take this guy into battle. He's charging forward with a grail. It's reminding us to quest for the grail for ourselves. Who is this dreamer? This guy is very young and very old at the same time. Very wise and able to dream, but also be detached. He's more grounded than the typical Knight of Cups. He's got a little bit more wisdom under his belt. This is somebody that's got dreamer energy that will help inspire you. This could be male or female energy coming in. It's not coming in as solidly, this is a man crossing your path. Old school readers and even an old school deck would say, this is a man crossing your path. This is somebody that's got masculine energy to them in the way of logic. They don't let their heart and their emotions run away with them, but they are compassionate, kind. They're meant to lead. And the reminder of pursuing your dream is coming through strongly, strongly with this one. Keep calm and carry on. Keep calm. And this is saying persist. Honor the resilience that you had before in making your choices going forward. December, we're into Hangman. New perspective, new perspective. And it's not going to be very much delayed, but the Hangman is in the house. This is such a beautiful card. You see all the illumination right here by the halo of his head. This is beautiful energy. The Hangman comes in and asks us to be still once again. You were still here. Here you had to leap. Here you were still for a moment in your garden. Here you were still and left what didn't serve. Here you're still and you're getting new thoughts, new ideas, new ways of doing, new perspective. Hierophant says you're welcome here. Come on in. This is January. The new year is welcoming you in. Like it's almost like 2025 is throwing you a party and saying, hallelujah, you've arrived. Thank God you finally got here, right? This is what we're getting. You are so ready for things to be moving. There's going to be a sense of momentum coming. Yes, momentum, momentum, momentum. It's almost like there's an invisible chariot card in here. The Hierophant is really wanting you to look more clearly. You've got the scope. You're able to see more clearly. This is what December taught you. Because you are looking more clearly through the scope, you're ready to see. Wisdom of established beliefs, establishments, that established wisdom that's external, as well as the internal, come into balance. Come into union. Magic is happening. This is a huge month for you. January 2025, big, big month. Clear, clear vision. I can't put it any plainer than these cards are. These cards are being very clear with you. February, Prince of Pentacles. The preparation for the Queen's emissary to show up. Now, this does feel like a person showing up. You've got this knight over here showing up like a person. I don't know whether their gender is masculine or feminine. They have the masculine energy. This one comes in and it feels like a masculine person. And it feels like they are coming in prepared. Prepared to help, prepared to support, prepared to be sent out on the, hey, I need you to blah, 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 blah. This is help. This is somebody that is prepared to bring messages, prepared to bring worth, prepared to add to you. And this is help for you. This is helpful warrior energy coming through. That's February. March, Six of Pentacles. The universe brings you a gift and tries to rebalance things. And this is a minor arc coming through. I need to see what's going on. Usually you see the Six of Pentacles and you see them giving to the poor or the beggars there, and somebody, the rich or the wealthy person is giving to them. In this, there's something that's a rebalancing in the arc. It feels like the karmic arc is trying to balance. And this is in March. Yeah, there's a completion. There's a karmic arc that is balanced, is changing, is shifting now. This is beautiful. Look in here. Look in here. You see right here. See these eyes referencing the magician. This is March. What did we do for the clarifier in January? Can you see it? You're seeing how you create this magic. You're seeing how this arc is completed and it's done and moving forward. April, Queen of Cups. The fiery to do, to push, to have people approach. Now you're looking on some of the losses of the years, some of the delights of the years, and you're reflecting back on the dream that you spun not so many months ago and how you want to proceed next. You haven't lost sight of your dream. You've refined, you've clarified, you've pulled in and cut away what doesn't serve, but you've gathered together the ingredients that you need to move forward with your dream. This is what's coming in next April. Anything else as we close this out? Hold to your dream. This is the card for hopes and dreams and following your true north. This is really, really a great card to see. This star wants to lead you forward in a more clear way than you were able to do when you had the Fool. You're able to see what it is you want. You're able to heal from things that have been in the past. Or what I'm getting is wash away, scrub up. Use this overflowing water to wash away what is unnecessary, to wash away what doesn't serve, so you can choose what your heart needs. Honor what your heart needs. Then go forward. This is what I've got. That's gorgeous. My goodness. Yeah, travel a little more lightly. It's not going to be easy to do in the summer, but as you get more towards fall, and especially in the September, put on your ballet slippers then. It's important for you to travel light at that point. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smokes. I love that for you. That is just absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And look at these energies here. There's almost an alluring, seductive, inquisitive people want to be drawn to this. And then almost like a reverence and a respecting and a remembering here. Gorgeous energy. I love that for you. That's complete. Holy cow. Wow, kazow. Indeed. And this is the Cosmic Tarot that I was using on that one. Love it, love it, love it. So, okay. Let's see what we got here. All right. Water is necessary next, and then we'll see what's on the list. Next, Rick, a general with Gogs. Okay. Okay. I'm going to check. I don't know, Rick, if we were doing a mini or a full, so I'm trying to check and see if this works. I'm trying to keep things a little closer to the desk and see if that will work or not work, but we're just seeing. And I don't know if you paid Venmo, Cash App, or whatever, but we're on the paid list. I'm not seeing that come through. So if you let Kim know whether you want the paid or full, we'll just keep the flow going. Full. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for capitalizing it. It helps me see it faster because I'm wearing my old glasses. I swear, I'm going to see the eye doctor next Monday. But I'm wearing different pairs of my old glasses because one will bother me differently than the other, or one of them has a... Anyway, blah, blah. Rick with Gogs. All right. What are we seeing for the deck? Oh, my. There they are. Okay. We've got 3. Now, I don't have this deck in triplicate, Rick. What I've got on this is 3 decks that are very silhouette in nature. So this is what we've got. I think one of them is actually called The Spirit Within. And this might be Revealing Light. And then this is the Life Code. And we're going to start with the Life Code and then go to these other 2. We're going to start here. And we're going to do the spread by way of the Australian 10 layout for the Celtic Cross. It's just laid out a little bit differently. I'll put this down here for you, Rick. And hopefully you can see it well enough. Okay. full general for Rick. And then we'll ask Gogs in a minute. He's already bossing me around. All right. We've got the subconscious here, conscious here, as if we were to do it in that way, or headlines on the newspaper. Gogs likes the newspaper. Okay, all right. Hang on. I need another shuffle. Getting used to having my nails back on, guys. Not that I was the world's best shuffler before, but for Rick. Taking the full sandwich. It's the hero sandwich. Gogs is in the house strongly. Taking the full sandwich. He's showing me a big, like we would have a big Subway sandwich. He's showing me thick sliced bread with lots of like meat in the middle. Like bread, meat, cheese. There's none of that girly vegetable shit on there. And he's smashing the sandwich. He's like, ah, taking the full sandwich. Ah, ah. Open, be ready. The hunger, the desire, the appetite for more. This is what's something that's going on. It cannot be denied and it cannot be watered down. Don't settle for less than you want to ask for. I'm getting the man's hungry. The man's hungry. He needs to honor that hunger again. The man's hungry. The man's hungry. He needs to honor the hunger again. Okay, Gogs, we'll get back to you in just a second. I want to see what's going down. This is where we're throwing down. This is where we're throwing down. Oh. More than prepared. You're sitting in this position of way more than prepared. The temperance is something that you actually need to fire up a little bit more. You don't need to water it down. You need to balance something out. Find the formula. Allow something. You don't just snarf down a sandwich and never have a drink, right? There needs to be a little bit of balancing in how fast you want this, whatever it is that your appetite is for, to come towards you. There needs to be a balancing on this. I don't know what this is about, but the challenge for you is finding your formula, finding the balance. Star is above in the conscious thoughts, and we have the Eight of Cups here, needing to leave something else behind, walking away from a little bit of a broken-hearted energy here. Now, that's not usually what's going on with the Eight of Cups, but this is what's going on here. There's something that the experience has left a little bit of a wound or a scar. I mean, this rose has no thorns on it. Well, it doesn't mean they haven't been picked off, plucked off, and created a little bit of pain. What you're to honor is the desire to walk into something a little bit sweeter, where there are no longer thorns around, where there is no longer that kind of feeling going on. Sounds like the landscape people are outside. Sorry about the scraping noise you hear. That's what that is. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in. Now, subconsciously, you know it's time. You know the divine timing is here. You absolutely know it. And here in the environment around you, there's this need to protect your priorities with the Seven of Swords. This is really, really strongly here. You need to protect what's important to you, honey. What are you waiting for? It's like this is your view. This is the view out your window. If you want to go out and ask and get what is going on here, if you want to go out and order the sandwich that's like just the really burly roast beef sandwich, man. Yeah, that kind of thing. If you want something with more substance in it, then go get it. There's no reason that everybody else is getting that or that other people have that and that you should just have like the vegetarian delight with cucumbers and lettuce, right? I'm getting this huge sandwich platter. It's like you want a buffet. You don't want just the big sandwich. Your appetite for more, your hunger for more substance, your hunger for that which is important. If you don't honor it, nobody else is going to, and it is the time. It is the time to honor this, honey. Recent past, Page of Swords. You've observed, you've witnessed. This is like modern imagery for this card. You see him on the computer placing his order, right? You totally, totally see this. He's placing the order. He's ready to have whatever he wants. But what's he doing? Is he communicating clearly? Is he communicating well? Is there this little bit of lack mindset or lack to cover your ass so somebody takes something and you get the ripoff? That's what it feels like. It feels like you got a little bit of a jip and you're too focused on that rather than honoring the lesson from that to move forward. The time is coming up in here. This is the Seven of Coins. You have shifted. You are ready for this shift to happen. The fruits of labor. Whatever you've been doing to honor, to recognize. Okay. All right. Honey, the lesson of contrast is not meant for us to stay and wallow in. So by knowing what we don't want, we know what we do want a little bit better. When we've had enough of what we don't want, we don't have to stay there and think, well, okay, this is what I want. If you ordered something and it tasted totally foul, you don't have to eat it. You send it back. It's like, yeah, nah. If they've totally burnt the hell out of your sandwich or whatever you might order at a restaurant, you're not going to just like, oh, well, that's fine. I like charcoal anyway. No, you're not going to do that. So you've got this lesson in contrast. Now you can take the guidance and move forward towards what it is you want to see. The guidance is there. The guidance is in this lesson here. Okay, so you're ready to move forward. Choice here and then a little bit of moving forward. The seeds have been planted. This is an environment around you. You're leaving the rough waters for smooth here. And this is like a little bit of an inner battle more than anything else. It is the 5 of Wands, but it's presenting as the choice to no longer do battle with idiots. Yes. Okay. Gog's giving a smirk because I think he likes the word idiots. He would say it idiots, but whatever. There's no reason to battle the fool on the inside and the fools in the world either. Okay. Let's take 3 below and 3 above and see what's going on here. Spirit within, subconscious. What's going on percolating under here? Okay, all right. There's illumination about a relationship regarding a Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands, when she's got her right mojo, she's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. When she's not in her best self, she's high maintenance and my way, my way, my way. Whether this is you or the person that you've been dealing with that's been high maintenance and overly demanding, domineering would even be a good adjective sometimes. That's not a healthy thing. So there's been illumination. The sun is on this. Here's the sun. There's been illumination about the relationship and how you're doing it. This is what's going on. This does not have to be how it is. You don't have to shortchange yourself to have what it is that you want. You can invite somebody new to the table is what I'm getting. Okay, now let's see what's coming in as the news flash, the extra up here. Then we'll see what Gogs has to say about this whole dang thing. All right. Ooh, that's slick. I love that. That was a slick shuffle. And again, and again. Yes, ready for the smoother waters coming. So ready. Clarifying card there. Queen of Swords. You want somebody that's no bullshit. Somebody that's just straight up honest. Maybe they might be a little bit abrupt, but you want somebody no bullshit, straight up logic. Queen of Wands does not serve you anymore. Queen of Swords, this is the energy you're going towards. You want truth. You want just authenticity and what's fair and what's right and no more bullshit if you please. Okay, well, let's see what's on the highlights here. Knight of Cups, this is you advancing forward with the Chariot. Knight of Pentacles, more than prepared. Knight of Pentacles, more than prepared. Ready to move forward, ready to move forward. 9 of Coins, towards your independence, towards what's sitting pretty for you. This is all just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. There's one more, and I want to see what this reads as. Let me turn this towards me. It might be upside down towards you, but I want it towards me. Knight of Cups, Chariot, Knight of Coins, Knight of Coins. Judgment. Fuck yeah. This is when you come true to yourself. Your higher self calls you out and calls you back home. It's the card of resurrection. It's when you return to yourself in such a way, it so honors yourself, you won't understand why you ever walked differently before. It's super, super healing, super, super aligned with what you wanted and struggled to get to. Now, we're going to move these to the side for a minute. Let's see what Gogs wants to bring in. Regarding this, yeah, I want the Judgment. And I want the Chariot. Okay. All right. What do you got, Gogs? I'm going to flip these so you can see them. A man is a man when he outgrows his foolish younger ways. A woman is a woman when she outgrows her foolish younger ways. When we're children, we act like children. So it's been said. So many have said. Whoever said it profoundly, great for him. Great for her. You know when you walk in the step and in the stride that is the bigger. That is the greater stride, the greater aspect. Old guy says, chop wood. Old guy says, make the fire. Who is the Chinese fucker? I don't know. Who is the Chinese guy? I don't know. Chop more wood. Gogs, what are you trying to say? I think he's trying to give me something from Confucius or the Tao or something. Chop wood, carry water, something like that. Yeah, okay, all right. The chores. Thank you. We'll keep it simple. The chores. The chores must be attended to. The man attends to the chores. The man is accountable, knows what needs to be done within the 24 he's got. Gogs, what are you talking about? Okay. You get up in the morning, you go out your door, you get the water, you chop the wood, you do the chores, you do the chores, you do the chores, you return, you do the task at hand that needs to be done because it serves no other purpose than to move forward. Then you move forward. You don't, okay. He's showing me himself. You don't mope is what he's saying. You don't pace back and forth in front of the hearth like, you don't mope. You don't mope. You get on with it. Get on with it, get on with it, get on with it. Get out of the door, do the chore. Get out, do. Get out, do another thing. Get out again, do another thing. Sitting still and stagnant for you, my boy, serves you no good. It keeps you a boy instead of a man. The man gets up, goes out of the house. The man gets up and goes, does what he does. The man does not pace. Boo-hoo, wah-wah. He's really coming through strongly and saying, don't spend time moody, broody, Heathcliff energy, pouting. This is not you didn't see the Four of Cups there, did you? You didn't see the Four of Cups where they're sitting with their arms folded under the tree, not seeing the cup. No, you see what needs to be done. He's acknowledging that you are being more accountable about what you want to do to go forward. Yes? Okay. Okay. There are times and seasons where you might get in this for he wants it even smaller than I can. Smaller. He's not into having people sit around and have pity parties at all. And he's saying that that's not your way either. And that whatever might make your heart sad, you don't have to be in denial, but you do have to work through it. Like literally work through it. Whether you work on a car, whether you work chopping wood, whatever is your chores, whatever is the way you work through it. It's external to the household. And it's like you have to get out and have to work your way through. And you do things in the accountable path. What else we got here, Gogs? Don't forget your pipe. What the fuck? Okay. He's going in his pocket, pulling out his pipe and rubbing it, taking care of it, taking care of whatever it is that is his chill out. Yeah. Don't forget your pipe. Yeah. He's showing me his pipe and he says a man needs good tobacco. A man needs something good to smoke. So whatever it is that is the way that helps you chill, helps you take care of yourself. This is the Gog's way of doing self-care. Like he'll make sure that he gets something fine for his tobacco, the kind he likes, regardless of whether Nell likes it or not. Gogs will get the fine thing that he likes. Back to the sandwich. Okay. Pipes on the table. Sandwiches here. Platters. Cheese. Lots of meat here. He's saying you have lots of choices that are substantial. It is a buffet. It is time to understand the buffet again. It is time to, like I'll often say to women, treat yourself like the queen that you are. Treat yourself like the queen/king, whatever it is you want to call. Gender's irrelevant. The owner, the accountable one that knows their value, knows their worth, and brings it forward and spreads before them such a buffet that any choice is substantive. Any choice is going to be good. He wouldn't understand terms of junk food, but he does understand that he doesn't like the vegetables and he doesn't like tomatoes. He wouldn't want tomatoes. You wouldn't want a tomato sandwich for this guy. He wants a roast beef sandwich. You want something substantial. And the pipe is right here. Something enjoyable also. Okay. Close of day. Can we get there? Yeah, we can get there. So you've gone through the day. You've done the chores. You've done everything you can to be in the accountable space rather than in a space of thinking or overthinking, overanalyzing. So you're in the accountable space. You come back come back to the home, come back to the home. This is aside from the buffet. It's later in the evening. We're talking 9 or 10 o'clock. This is after the sun has set. Now he's at the hearth. Then he sits. Funky old chair. I don't even know how to describe this chair. It's not a rocking chair. It's just a funky old chair. He sits, he kicks his feet, crosses his legs, and just stares at the fire. Just chills, just chills. It's like he's going through the day and honoring the need to relax to bookend the day, honoring the good day's work has been done, honoring the good day that he was able to enjoy, and who he is in that moment. Very, very proud, very smiling, proud of himself before the hearth. This is with the energy he'd like you to carry, what he'd like to see you doing with your day. This is his terms of expressing it. Okay. When the day is done, close the book. It's not just about the bookend. When the day is done, close the book. That's what I've got. Anything else? That's it. That's all. That's what he's got. So I hope that makes sense to you. What he's got is when the day is done, close the book. He's taking you through pretty much, you know, the day where you start out and you need to get out and be doing a lot. But this is what we've got. The momentum that propels you forward has to do with the way you apply yourself working. The way you apply yourself to tasks is a really, really great thing. That's what he's got. Does that make sense? It does make sense? Good. Good. I hope it does. That's just kind of crazy. But yeah, that's what he's got. And who knew? Like, every time I interact with my guides, every time they come through, they'll bring more that I don't know. I don't know them inside out. I know they're here to help me. But like the whole thing about tomatoes, who would even know? How would I know that shit? Like, okay, all right. But he wants you to be really going for the meaty sandwiches, apparently. So that's what I got. Okay, let me get some water and then we'll go to Jack. What are my guides preparing me for? Keep getting this message and to rest until it comes. Okay, all right. Let's see what we got. Just 1 second, Jack. Okay, we are going to the Modern Witch Tarot, and I've got 3 of these, but we're going to see what's going on. Okay, hang on, let me see if I can get this. Okay, what are the guides preparing you? And you keep getting this message until it comes. We're going big. Give me a second. This is a smaller version of this deck. I have 2 others that are bigger size. Okay, all right. We're going a calendar layout for you. So the first day of the week that you're seeing, and I'm going to tip this down. Hopefully you can see it. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like that. It's almost like the old school. There's an old school gypsy spread that does this. It's about 21 cards deep. So just give me a second. I want this right. Something about calendars on the wall. I think you would like calendars on the wall. I think maybe you plan and overplan. Yeah. Okay. I know of someone who puts calendars all across their wall for the whole damn year, right? And this is in their home, it's not even in their office space. It's in their room, and it's calendars for the whole damn year. That is how strongly they plan. Now, that is not how I'm wired, but that's what helps them, okay? So that's okay. But for you, even just one calendar, you've overplanned. Trying to control too much of the flow doesn't allow the flow through. It's like you're... Okay, I'm getting farmer that's stingy with the irrigation water. So you're trying to control the flow, trying to control the direction rather than just letting the river flow. All right. Okay, calendar it down. Give me a second. Calendar it down. I'm putting Wednesday right here, so it's a quick, clear marker for me. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And almost by accident, we have vignettes like a book. I'm going to scooch this over so it can be better seen. We almost have a book and binder laid out right here. So we'll read it in that kind of manner when I'm done reading the whole calendar. I'm going to slide the Wednesday into place so I can know it, see it, and then we'll go back. The Wednesday was the day, it's just, you know, in modern times we call it hump day. This is the midweek, this is the middle, this is, if you unfold the book, it's the binding of the book. It's about the sword of truth, the journey that you must take and you must go on. It's like you want to be at the end of the journey before you're even hardly out of town. And justice, the sword of truth here and here, as in the top and bottom of it all. This is the journey to your own alignment, to your own truth. The many gifts that lay before you are not meant to confuse you. Honor the subtle shifts. Honor the gentle strength that is within you. Allow yourself to carry the truth and then make your choices of who you partner, how you partner, what you do. Time to be practical, but come down from all the planning. It's time to be on the journey, on the path. There's many, many choices. You let them confuse. You stay in this energy a little long. The Fool wants you to take the leap of faith and move forward, move forward. Let me see if I can... I'm trying to get this so you can see it all. Hopefully you can. I'm recording this too. But the Fool wants you to take the leap of faith and move forward. Now, this is where the Wednesday marker was. Let's move this here. It's why it had to be small this way. The second phase. So you've got a calendar, and I've laid it out, and I've repeatedly said the days of the week. But it's week 1, week 2, week 3. Think of it in a more loose term of time rather than this day, this moment, this every little minute, scripted, slated, planned, and so forth. Think of it, what is your overall goal for the week? This will help you. This will help you. Like, you know, the little toffees, or sometimes even saltwater taffy comes in and they're twisted in the wax paper. This is how you should compartmentalize. Encapsulate the week, the week, the week. Not so much day. Not so micromanaging is what I'm getting at. Okay, next one. Let the illumination flow and the synchronicity start to come and sink in. Let go of the heartache, release the pain. Let go of some of the vitriol and the tar that is in your heart that you have not released yet. There is room for forgiveness there, but you have to let go of the anger towards somebody else. I don't know who or what this is about, but you stayed with somebody or someone too long. They took too large a piece of your heart, and you're still angry with them. Rather than having the vitriol, couldn't you let yourself be victorious? Can you take the time to imagine, rather than tar in the heart, that someone is there with the 6 of Wands victory pose with the arms raised like, yes, yes, I did it, you know? Like, when you let the forgiveness come in, whoa, sorry. When you let the forgiveness come, it's like, yes, this is what I'm getting. There's not necessarily a good silhouette of this, but that's what's coming through. This energy brings you power. It brings truth to you in going forward. This is huge. And this feels like this is what's happening in the second loose week of time where you're planning. When you get to the point where you can be done being angry about something in the past that you thought you had gotten over or thought you'd exercised enough forgiveness, you still have a little bit of this. You have to completely detach from that emotion and let go in order to gain the victory for self. This is going to require juggling. It's not that you were wrong to feel the way you were feeling. It's not that you were wrong in your assessment. Maybe somebody was a real schmuck. It doesn't make them less of a schmuck. But you saying they were a schmuck and I'm mad about it doesn't serve you. You are of the prime importance in this. They are not. Whether they were wrong, whatever, the lesson needs to be dismissed and going. You don't get a tablet where you get the answer wrong, carve wrong, I got it wrong, and you just carve into the paper until the paper dissipates. No, if you see a quiz or a math problem or a spelling mistake and you got it wrong on there, you know how to correct it and then you move forward. This is what's being asked of you, to juggle and loosen some of this debris so you can have victory, so you can now walk away from that energy. It's too long held and it's not good. It's a little bit of toxins in the heart. Once those are let go of and released, and it might take a few doings of this, a few workings of this to do this, then you get to move forward. Then your work will be a little bit easier to clarify, and your work will come through in a different, your work will come through in a different manner. There's a preparation that you are making right now, and it's like you're saddled up, ready to go. You've got all the tools. You've got a lot of the knowledge. You're ready to move forward. But this is walking. Okay, going to the next one. The 10 of Pentacles. The legacy, the breakthrough, how you want to leave your mark is more as the approachable queen, not as the anger monger. You don't want to be the one that is the Five of Wands. You want to be the one that is the Queen of Wands. When you inhabit the conflict space or just this angry space, it doesn't serve. And there is something, somebody must have pissed you off good. And this feels like the word betrayal. It doesn't always mean third party, but it means maybe you overgave or gave too many chances to somebody and it served as a betrayal to your soul. And your spirit is pissed that in some way you got duped or you didn't know or didn't see the red flags ahead. And baby, none of us can see all the red flags ahead. Sometimes this is how we learn. Yeah. Okay, it's both overgiving and cheating. Yeah, this is something, even though we work through forgiveness in pieces at a time, this is something when you forgive this more, it allows more joy in. You didn't trust your intuition. Got it. Okay, I'm going back in here, but I did see those messages there. I'm going back in. I'm telling you, trust your intuition, but when you release some of the anger about the situation, it gives you more clarity to come through, okay? Our bias that is coming from experience, whether we've been wounded or not, can sometimes get in our way of our loving higher self wanting to get through and not give a shit about this situation anymore. And it sometimes is a little bit of work to let go of situations, particularly if pain has been the teacher. Let it be the teacher, not just a forever in their splinter. Because you are going towards how you leave your mark, how you leave your legacy. You are going towards this Queen of Wands energy right here. You're going towards this. It's a big deal. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, some of this is divine timing. You've got divine timing here, justice here, sword of truth here, 8 of Wands. This is picking up for you, and I'm getting the 8 weeks. Now, I'm getting this with a little bit of a caveat in here. I'm getting the 8 weeks. This is something you need to offer forward, not have things coming at you. If you can drop the pen out of the records for a little bit, and rather than write, like, you know, sometimes we journal every day, down to I had Captain Crunch for breakfast. That's not going to serve you. If you, this week is going to be about this is my plan for the week, and loosen up, get really, really zen. It's like as if you're trying to navigate something and Google might give you the wrong instructions. So if you followed the map according to Google, you would have to go through like a dry riverbed that Google thought was a road. You have to go by Zen. You have to go by Zen a little bit more, and that's going to lead you forward, and that will make this happen more. This feels like this is showed out in the weeks, but they're loose weeks. They're looser than this. If you set even in your mind, it's going to feel plenty loose to say, this is what I'm going to experience and look for this week, period, point blank, but just put it, and then at the end of the week, compare that, not overanalyze. 2 of Swords is taking the blindfold off. This is letting the higher emotions through, and one is not as good as the other. A decision will have to be made. The 2 of Wands can see it from the higher vantage point. The 2 of Swords cannot see it sitting down. So there needs to be a combination of inspiration here and logic and emotion. All right? Emotions that are the good emotions to lead you, that help temper things. This is what allows the healing star to come through. Now we're going to go back to a little bit of this. I want clarity on these, so I'm pulling them this way so you can see them a little bit more. Hopefully like that. This is how we had the Ace of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the Justice card. They're right here, okay? This is the hump. This is the hurdle. This is represented as Wednesday. It's hump day. It doesn't mean it always happens on a Wednesday. It can happen any damn day. But this is the hump and the hurdle, and I want to see a little bit more on this. So we're pulling same deck, second deck, Modern Witch. This is something. This is bringing you into time. There was an old musical called Thoroughly Modern Millie Now, and it was so modern and so blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if it was the roaring 20s or the 30s or whatever it was, but it was oh so modern what was going on. We look back now and we see those references and we're like, that's not modern. It's like you need to step into the time that you're inhabiting. Too much of you is looking backwards, If this person looks backwards and spends forever looking at those cups, looking again back at those cups, all it leads to is confusion. So what it is that you want to go forward and go towards needs to be focused on more. And if it is going towards a feeling of satisfaction, of going towards a feeling of exploration, of going towards a feeling of self-love and enjoyment and trusting yourself again, because you know that you can, you know your intuition was good, and you know that there was purpose in the lesson and in the pain. And even if the purpose is to remind you not to do that one again, that's enough. I don't think you were off in what you were doing. I think it was part of the requirement. With justice here, this here, and the star here, it's part of the requirement. Okay, what do you need clarity? Okay, I'm getting straight up. You charge into relationships with too little of yourself regarded, and you'll charge into a relationship and go from the poor little match girl point of view. Then you charge in recklessly, and you think it's synchronicity when it's not. This is coming through as more like a sermon, a preachy sermon. You're not the poor little match girl you never were. Don't charge into any relationships too fast. Be they romantic, like romantic boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, girlfriend, it doesn't matter, gender, whatever. Be they romantic or be they just friendships. You're charging into relationships too fast, and you're charging in from this point of view where you're not valuing yourself enough. This is something where you need to value self more. Value self more, and it brings more synchronicity forward. When you charge through, it's like charging through recklessly as the poor little match girl. There's some healing that needs to be done for self and soul. Then you bring, then you bring synchronicity towards you. So this is what's happening. The truth is, you weren't wrong. It was what you needed to do at the time. You weren't wrong to be in the relationship you were in. It's like, you're not wrong to believe in true love, but you might have ignored some red flags that you wouldn't ignore again on the next time around or the next go around in relationship. Take that out, blow that out from just the romance, and blow it out to other people. If you're going to celebrate, graduate, have a birth, have a reason to celebrate, you're going to want to walk through this little pavilion, whatever this 1111 is that you're building, with a fresh eyes, and ready to move towards the next lesson, and allow for the lesson to be there from a place of wholeness. Not assign so much to it needs to mean this or it needs to mean that. You need to be student, ready to learn. Take the wisdom from the last lesson. Be the student ready to learn. Now we see this. We saw this here, right by the sun. Full illumination about the lesson, about the heartache, okay? That's what's coming through clearly on this Wednesday. This is what's going to get you over the hump. Now, if I take this into the chapters of the book, when I do the vignettes like this, let's just do a little bit of reading like this. This is reading and telling you, if you want your wish to come true, allow the divine timing to lead the way. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Allow divine timing to lead the way. Subconsciously, it's there. It's in the middle. It's in the thick of things, all right? If you want to leave your mark, honor the subtle strength. Follow the subtle strength if you want to leave your mark on a thing. The gentle nudge needs listened to a little bit louder. Your ego will get in the way when you don't know a thing, and it will sometimes try to confuse you. Don't let it be confused. Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper to your intuition. Again, you might feel like there's confusion on something. You've got it mirrored over here. It's not confusion. Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. What is the reason you want to do X, Y, Z? What is the reason you want to be with X, Y, Z? What is the reason? What is the feeling you want to feel that is at the core of the thing? Okay, this side more like the book. Okay, this is reflecting back this way. This center line here is reflecting. So we've got the Monday position and the Friday position coming in. And they're coming in a bookend way. What I'm getting is there's a little bit with these cards of avoiding to make a decision, right? There's a little bit of batshittery afoot with the moon sometimes, and the inspired idea, the inspired way you want to go forward. It's almost as if you were told, don't be so big for your britches. Don't be so cocky. And it landed wrongly in your heart. It's like when somebody says, how dare you do this? How dare you be bigger? How dare you do this kind of thing? And you know you weren't being egoic. And they project that onto you. Trust your intuition more, honey. Your intuition isn't wrong, but it is bigger than what you think. So you might get this much of a piece of your intuition and think that's it. I've got the golden goose. This is the golden idea. This is great. And then if it doesn't work, it's like, oh no, then I was wrong. My intuition was all wrong. No, the intuition is giving you a piece. Let it expand. Expansiveness. This Knight of Pentacles is ready for pretty much any situation. The Fool's here and the Star's here. This is big. The New Start here, over here in the mirror. The Star and the Ten of Pentacles, how you leave your mark. This is breakthrough. You're breaking through at a lesson that is over time, legacy, generational lesson. How you leave your mark. These are things that you have to go deeper. This isn't necessarily wrong choices. This is High Priestess curriculum coming in for you, honey. Star here. All of this is High Priestess curriculum coming in for you. The Fool takes the leap of faith. When we read this one, I'm going to scooch these. Hopefully this way you can see. Scooch this over so you can see. When we read this way, the Fool takes the leap of faith towards the inspired ideas, but there's other ideas, other ideas, other ideas. It takes a little bit longer to get to where there's going, and you need to take the leap of faith anyway. It doesn't mean you were wrong. It means you have part of the information. You're doing the best with the information that you have at the time. Don't condemn yourself for not getting it perfectly right all the time. Nobody does. You're doing the best you can with the information and inspiration that you have at the time. Continue moving forward. The Two of Wands, getting down on the ground level of a thing. You can plan a project all day long, but sometimes you don't see things till you get down to the ground level, and then you're like, that one I couldn't see from that distance, from that vantage. The inspiration is valid. The Star still wants to hope and dream, wants to go forward. This is huge for you. It still will lead you forward. Now, what else does you need to know? The soul growth you experience, expect the High Priestess to enter in and expect the Hermit to enter in. The Hermit will scrutinize things, learn the lesson, and hold the lantern for others. This is what you're being closerly called to do. It doesn't mean you have all the answers. Like, there can be terrific coaches, life coaches, tarot readers, whoever out there. But if you think any one of us on this planet has all the answers and has all our shit together, you're crazy. Nobody has the perfect answer, the perfect solution, and the neon signs flashing all the time. We have to learn by making mistakes sometimes. We have to learn by the experience of contrast sometimes. Sometimes we have to learn, oh, we don't like that. Spit it out. No, not going to have that again. Sometimes we have to learn the hard way. It doesn't mean that we went wrong. We just need to explore. Yeah, again, look what we're getting. We're getting the King of Cups, the King of Coins, something about detachment and compassion, out of balance. King of Pentacles, these both come in kind of sideways. And materialism over time, these don't feel like righted kings. Why? Because this Three of Swords is here. So the energy that you want to find to correct for self, the homework you might do on the broad spectrum of, I don't know, the next year, whatever, a long period of time, is how do you be detached from Prince Charming presenting like a king when he's not? How do you be detached from your emotions getting the better of you? And how do you learn to go beneath the surface and trust the intuition? This one, how do you let security be important to you, be built up over time, but not keep you always measuring from a material measuring stick? These are questions that are important. And how do you get to where your hands up victory instead of stuck in the tar of the heartache? This is what's going on. The Star is going to lead you there. Again, true north is how you need to go. And allow divine timing. If you try and dictate every second of the day, every minute of the day, you're going to slow yourself down. You think you'll be being time efficient by planning. No, this came up like a calendar and then opened like a book. It came up days of the week, and then it opened like a book. You will learn it better by bookending the week or the span of time in a distant and detached kind of a way where you can go deep and spend some time with some of these lessons. No, you're not lacking structure. You think structure is going to give you the answer, and it won't. It won't. You can't, I will have my intuition do this. I will have my intuition do that. No. I don't think you're lacking structure. I think you're learning flow. You know those times when you go through traffic and you get all the green lights and you have no idea why? It's not because you're making a plan to race to one light or whatever. So what exactly are you being prepared by? So what exactly am I being prepared for by doing this healing work? Fucking every other aspect of your life that you want to do. Every other aspect of your life. You cannot not do the healing work. What are you being prepared for isn't a one moment. It's a who you're becoming, a how you're becoming, a who you are, sweetie pie. You can't get out of the healing work of your life. None of us can. We aren't healing and then it's just done and dusted over and done. We're healing our whole life through. This is healing, growing, learning. It's what we signed on for. It's like you want the pain to be gone, the healing work to be done, and then on with it. No, it's more integrated than that. So it is like you are moving through it, but you are learning very well how to go with flow, how to loosen up, how to have what you want to see happen not be it, and how what you want to feel, what you want to enjoy, act as a lead, not as a demand. Act as a lead. It's a mistake to measure your success by what you see around you now, because what you see around you now is only evidence of who you were before. It's a mistake to measure your success by the money in the bank or the money in the week, rather than the feeling you have when you're creating this, whatever this is. What you're being prepared for is expansion, sweetie. This is you in growing, growing, growing mode, and it's a really, really good question. I want to break one more deck for you and look. This is by the person that did the Osho Zen, and it's the, it's not the tarot of the she, but it might be the she who knows tarot, something like that. You're outgrowing little girl lost, is what I'm getting. You are outgrowing little girl lost. Your higher self knows your plan. Your higher self knows the challenge and knows the sheer frustration of having gone through this and not knowing the answer and the outcome. Yeah. We're getting gratitude, intention, and order. This is the homework for you, sweetie. When you understand gratitude, whether you make 10 cents or 10 bucks or 10,000 bucks, doesn't matter. When you understand the space of gratitude, then the 10 cents really means a lot. Like if you see a dime that's just loose, it's not like you're going to always pick up a dime. Maybe you pick up that dime and give it to somebody else. Who knows? But when we're in the space of gratitude for the lesson, for the learning, for the gifts, and that it's all a gift, this is something huge. This is something huge. When we come from this space of gratitude, we know that we are blessed, and even the difficulties we count as the blessing. It allows us to let some of the vitriol or the anger go. It allows us to see through a different lens. And it's not always an easy thing. So sometimes gratitude journaling just feels like one more fucking homework assignment. Nobody needs to have that. But if you have something that you can see and appreciate, even as I'm glad they invented that. That's great. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't need it at my house. I don't need to buy it. But somebody is going to love that. Start looking for beauty in other places. Then be clear about your intention to create more beauty around you, to honor more beauty around you. This is coming through with the word intention, and it's strongly so. Honor the beauty around you, and that's how you charge forward. Look at that. That is a beautiful card. Absolutely stunner. The focus in the arrow is the rose. So I hope you can see that well. The arrow is the rose. So how you get sharply in tuned is by honoring beauty. And then order. Now, this is where you want the loose structure first. You don't have to micromanage. Just get the loose structure first. And if you're into sacred geometry or grid work with stones, if you have an altar in your space where you put up your stones, I would change out the geometry of whatever it is that's going on, and I would set something new. And I would change it like maybe every week and a half or whatever. It doesn't mean you need a whole grid done, but say you want the shape of the triangle, say you want the shape of the star, say you want the shape of the hexagon, whatever it is, I would do a little bit in sacred geometry in what it is on your altar, and then I would see that as, okay, let's operate with this shape. It's going to help you be more fluid, to have a loose shape rather than a firm structure. That's what I'm getting. That's what I've got. Yeah, Jack, move the things around on your altar. You've outgrown that particular space. You want to invite something else new in. So if you have a star shape and you need it to be more hex, yeah, I would start with a hex or a round shape. And then maybe a little while later, you'll honor the square and the points in the round, or the points in the hex that come up that way. This is a looser, more expansive sense of order. It's like when they say hindsight is 20/20, and you look back, something 5 years ago didn't make sense in the time, but it makes sense now. That kind of thing. Allow yourself to have more fluidity that helps structure naturally becoming. If we think of Tesla 369 and the spiral of a shell, it doesn't look like there's a linear path, but I've often talked how the spiral path seems like it's taking longer, but then you hop through the rings of it, and it's really, really easy and quick and understandable, and you understand why it amplifies. So that's what I've got. That feels complete. I'm going to get some water, but that's what I've got. Gorgeous, gorgeous reading. Gorgeous. That's beautiful. All right, let's put this here and get some water in me. All right. You are welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome. So welcome. No problem. And it's okay, guys, just in general. Shut this up again. It's okay that when we are learning and when we're in this student mode, it's not to understand. Even if we go back to when we were in elementary school, whether in first grade learning the alphabet or just learning addition or multiplication, we don't understand until it's taught to us and we have it demonstrated out. You know, 2 apples plus 2 apples is 4. This is something that we have to learn, and we have to count it out. And sometimes in our spiritual journey, we already want to be doing spiritual algebra when we're really kind of just getting the basics and hanging on. It's okay. When we are learning, we are the student. And then once we learn something, then we can share or teach or whatever, and then we're learning something else. And we might learn in an entirely different way than somebody else. So just because they have a spiritual gift of this or they learn it a different way than you do, doesn't mean you've gotten it wrong. It means you're learning it in the way that you need to learn it. All right? Okay, so we're going to go to Erin's next. Quick commercial, please. Okay, you got it. Tarot classes. My Tarot 1, 2, 3 class, it's $123. 3 hours. 15 videos, about 3 hours, and 2 follow-ups of a half hour each. So Angie Does Classes is how you can reach that. Next commercial. Private reads. 3 questions for $66 and usually a 2-day turnaround, and I record it and send it to you. Or a Zoom read we schedule, and it's $99. And I'm okay to schedule Zoom reads now. I did one the other day, and it was such a delight. I had missed doing it because we were moving. But I've got it figured out well enough that we can Zoom read if we want. And then, other commercial. Where did I put that? There we go. This is what we do kind of on the live show. We do the Blind Oracle for $20, the Year Ahead for $30. A mini is 7 to 10 cards for $30, or a full is $40. And that is if you want to ask a question in the Land of Tarot. If you want tarot that gets really fun, that gets me loving it, excited, it's Past Lives or Tarot with Bones or Tarot with Crystal Ball. And those are $50. And this is when in Past Life Tarot suddenly becomes Oracle. It becomes really hippie trippy is the way. It's just fascinating and fabulous. And a lot of crossover from what you see in a past life to a current life. And you might not know it right away, but most people do know it right away. And they're like, oh, that's actually happening now. So you'll know. This is how you can pay me. It's Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, A Feisty Butterfly. And the E comes before the I. The information's in the bio. And that's what we're doing today. Hopefully you can see that. There's the commercial. Okay, commercial over. Okay, I think we were going to Erin's next. All right. Okay. All right. So we're going to Erin's, but I don't know what kind of read it is. So let me just see. Kim, can you tell me what kind of Erin Blind? Thank you. Thank you. You guys tell Kim when you get the read because she really does help me keep it flowing and going. So, all right. Okay. All right. We're 1 second. We're here. We're definitely in the land of the myrrh. Okay. All right. 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'm getting certain decks. Okay, Erin. We've got 2 Rebecca Campbell decks. I want to make sure that these are... One's the Starseed and one's the Healing deck from Rebecca Campbell. And we've also got a Mermaid deck here. And I don't know what this is, but it's a healing deck, but it reminds me of mermaid energy, but it's not all full of mermaids. So this one has to come first. Then we'll go to the Rebecca Campbell ones, and then we're going to go to this one. So that's what we're doing. Okay. So we'll put this down here so you can kind of see. Hopefully you can see. Okay. For Erin in the Blind, let's see what's going on. I'm getting Amphibious 2 Worlds, Amphibious 2 Worlds, Amphibious 2 Worlds. That's why we had to be in the Mer cards. Amphibious 2 Worlds. The mermaid herself comes up. And this says Tiki Mermaid. In the fire and the water. Tiki Mermaid is coming up. And then we have Mermaid with the butterflies, transformative energy. There's one more coming through here. Hang on. One more here. Venus with the cherubs. Okay, I'm getting the child does not become the goddess without honoring what the child wants. The child wishes, wants, desires purely, strongly, very, very much. If the child wants something, if your inner child, if your younger self wants a certain thing, wants a certain dream, it is one of the most major clues you can have in your life. The insistence that children have when they want a cookie. They will climb all the cabinets and up to the top of the fridge to get the cookie. They will do whatever it is they need because they want it so bad, and they haven't been told they can't. They haven't been told, no, you can't do this, or no, you have to stay here on the ground. This is where you're navigating. The goddess becomes a goddess because she knows what that desire is and honors this. She's learned to navigate both worlds of the child and also of the woman, and understands both. And this is how she becomes the goddess. This is how the mermaid navigates the fire and the water, knowing when there is reason for spewing lava and knowing to back off and then approach it later and have the beautiful rock or the beautiful, I'm getting a statuette that comes out of that. And also the clarifying, grounding, healing power that comes after lava has been in the ocean or, okay, all right. The lava beds in Blackfoot, Idaho, if you've ever driven through there, you can see on the highway just chunks of lava, of black lava, where bajillion years ago, it's not too far from Craters of the Moon, and in Blackfoot, you can see all this lava along the highway. It at one point was spewing red hot lava, right? It cools down, it's cooled down, and then it gets very, very grounding. So the anger can get to a point when it cools down that it's very grounding. So the emotional flow must be big, then settle down, then it gets grounding. It's the woman returns to the desire of the insistent child in order to get grounded in what they are to become the goddess that they want to become. Okay, what else we got? Rebecca Campbell deck. This is the Healing Waters one. I think this is the one we need. I don't think we need this star one. This is the one. This one comes first. If we need that star one, we'll go to it. Loosely grasp, loosely take. You cannot hold water and contain water with just your hands. Loosely grasp. We're getting plunge into the sweet waters in the Isle of Avalon. This is saying plunge into the mysteries of your inner high priestess, your inner knowing. I believe we're all psychic. We're all gifted. We all have the way to tune in. This says don't hold back. It's time to go for it. Dive into these waters. Don't hold yourself back. Don't think, oh, everybody has, psychic gifts, but not me. I don't know what mine are. Start trusting your intuition. Start trusting the way you perceive. Start trusting what it is that brings you joy, that you relate to, that you understood easy as a child. If you understood the cause of justice, of advocacy as a child, if you want, okay, I hate the word medium. I absolutely don't like the word medium. I don't really love the word psychic. I love the word detective. I always like Charlie's Angels and Wonder Woman. I like the word detective. So I tend to think of myself more as like the psychic detective or a librarian than a medium or a channeler or a psychic. I like those labels better. They're friendlier to me. But they are pretty much, tomato, tomato, really. So if I'm hung up on a label, it gets in my way. I know damn well what I can do. I know what I can bring through, and I trust my intuition. I know my guides help me. I trust that I will get the message to you guys close enough that you'll know. You are learning this because you're plunging in. It's not testing out the water slowly. It's dive in. Dive in, be ready, enjoy the waters fine. The sweet waters. Now, this is talking sensuality, romance, and enjoyment, fertility. And I'm telling you, it's nothing about that. The sweet waters for you are the sweet waters of your intuition and knowing. This metamorphosis, this transformation, yeah, you can be a sensual being, and that's just fine, and I have no problem with that. When it's time to rumble in the sheets, rumble till your heart's content. But this is rumbling in the spiritual goo, knowing the spiritual water that totally engulfs you. It's like when you go skinny dipping. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like skinny dipping. Now, I'm not trying to get anyone arrested here. I'm just saying when you're in the flow and there's nothing between you and the raw elements of nature, whether you're moonbathing or skinny dipping, either way, whatever you want to call it, you know when it's just you and that element and you are in it. and it engulfs you and it is around you and you are connected and one. This is something that's coming through for you. Take the plunge. Be in there fully. Be fully surrounded by what it is that brings you joy. If it is your clairaudience you want on, you better tap into some music that you really love. It doesn't have to be hippie trippy. It doesn't have to be trance drumming, but it can be. It can be just Pharrell singing happy. It can be whatever. You'll know what it is when you feel that flow. Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness and transformation. Mermaid of the butterflies. Butterflies don't only transform, folks. They also carry pollen from flowers to here, to there, to everywhere, right? This is something you are going through and going to and going towards and dipping in and then carrying with and carrying around and carrying through. We will go to the star cards. You need to know when you're doing cards, if you're doing cards and you feel like there is a card, then it's going to be made more apparent than just a clumsy shuffle. And when I'm shuffling with my nails, if it feels like a clumsy shuffle, I won't pick it up. If it feels like I'm honoring cards, then I'll pick it up. This is just honoring your intuition, following the nudge, and getting out of the way. That's all we're being asked to do. Whale, Orca, and Elders. This is share your song, frequency, sound during sleep. This says diving deep, and I got during sleep. This is whatever you're putting in your mind, in your sound, in your ears before you go to sleep, before you get in the dream space. This is going to open up some of your gifts and crack some of your gifts when you're dreaming. This is diving deep, but you need to allow to be on the astral, to be in the dream space. Allow yourself to be able to do the things. It's very much my ice skating dream. I'll be dreaming, and I think I can ice skate. And then I realize I don't know how to ice skate, and then the dream ends. When I actually go with it and like, oh, I'm having my ice skating dream, and I can enjoy it in that moment. When we're in that lucid space, you can enjoy the moment and learn to really enjoy it. In my dream space is the only space that I can ice skate. So when it happens now that comes across my path, I know, and it's like, okay, this is light's going to be flickering on in your dream space. The whale, the orca, and the elders. This is your connection. And again, the whale, the orca, and the elders, we're connecting to the mer people again. This is very, very islandy. Very, very, like I could have pulled Lemurian cards for you just as easily. Very, very islandy. And when we're talking Lemuria, when we're talking mermaids, and we're talking Avalon, there is connection and threads that weave those together. Find how that weaves that together for you. There's something about here with the Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. There is a protection, and there are what feels like literal brothers from another time that looked out for you, looked after you. I don't think they're here with you now. You don't just have like the grandmothers coming in. Although Rebecca Campbell has a grandmother's deck, this feels like brothers. This feels like Lemurian brothers that would stand at your side, protect, guard, and help guide you through. You had a very, very clear way of learning and picking up back in that time. This is so Lemurian connected, I don't even know how to express it better. It feels like you were in the time of Lemuria, of Atlantis. You were in those times, in those places. You had a clear way of speaking, of knowing, of learning, of gaining understanding. And it feels like the brothers feel like they were literally your brothers, and they would escort you through different halls, different spaces. I'm getting they would escort you there. They would be with you. They would go with you. It wasn't so much that they were there. I mean, it did act as a protection, yes, but it's more that they acted as an anchor to ground you, so you didn't have to worry about some of this other stuff or being seen to be out of place. Your intellect led you forward. It brought you towards truth in a way that was easily understood. When you wander here in the astral, you are also being allowed to wander the halls of the Akash or the field, call it what you will. Think about wandering into the great Library of Alexandria and just being allowed to wander because you knew where to go pick up a book. You knew where to go find a certain bit of information. You're being allowed, and they will go with you as anchors so you're not distracted, to help keep that channel clear for you. Don't know what it's about. Blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Okay. It's already happened. It's already happening. It's already happening now. It has been spontaneous. It's already happened. And this is something that, yes, yes. Look, look, look. This is open. This is open. This is open. All of this, open. Open. When you honor, we were first talking about the goddess and the child, right? And honoring that desire. When you honor that desire, it's already open. There's just an easy little shift you can do that dials right into that other zone. Wow. Wow. Okay, what else? I'm almost a little half-bit jealous. Like wandering the halls of the Akash, when you can go in there and just locate the book because you know where you went and found it before. This is huge. Conquering social anxiety, expressing artistic clarity, embracing sensuality as union. Now, I won't speak to this too thoroughly because I don't want to be thrown off the channel. And, you know, people are particular. Sensuality is not the same as sexuality. Sensuality is inhabiting the body, the skin you're in, and understanding and being in tune with your feeling and your sensory skills. And all of you. What's the sexiest part of the body? Usually for me, when your brain is clear, when somebody's brain is clear, brain is a sexy thing because everything else comes into alignment when you're thinking like each other, laughing like each other, all of that. Then you can get, you know, work the chakras backward till you're in root chakra, firmly grounded. This is something for you. This is a lesson. There doesn't need to be fear around this. There doesn't need to be hesitation. And it does not need to be anything that society has taught you it is. Honoring the sway of your hips, honoring the feeling, honoring the flow of a thing, honoring the energy of rolling in the deep is a good thing for you to learn. That's all I want to speak to it because it is of such a personal nature. It's come through twice. It's why it's getting addressed in this way. But these are the cards and this is what it is. It's honoring that feeling, honoring the feel of water around your bare skin. This is what it is. Expressing artistic creativity and conquering social anxiety. This one is what the words are, but I don't think it's what the words are. This is the image right here. The conquering social anxiety. I might have to take these off and just, although these are great here, sometimes these cards will speak louder than the labels, so be aware of that when you're using oracle cards. What's coming in here is the blue heart that's upside down in this picture. Hopefully you can see. When I turn it upside down, you can totally see the blue heart there. Totally can see it. Easily see it. It's overcoming sorrow. A little bit of the hangman finally gets the clue. That energy coming through. And then expressing your artistic creativity. There is so much going on. Your challenge is to focus it. It's like a firestorm of inspiration that comes through. Let some of it cool. Capture the idea. Write it down. Capture just an image from a dream. Don't write down the whole damn dream detail for detail. If there's rabbits popping everywhere, yeah. You're going to see them. Rabbits popping everywhere. Okay. This is when somebody is prolific. It's not just reproductivity and fertility, although it is. But somebody is prolific in what they're doing. This is something you are prolific at that needs to be honored. This is a gift you have. And this is a time of great learning and a huge opening up for you. Huge, huge opening up for you. Anything else? Yeah, the mermaids want me back. All right. Of course they do. You're in the chariot and this is a time of momentum for you. Huge, huge, huge time. It's like you have twin seahorses taking you back towards this land, back towards this space, back. The twin seahorses are the brothers again referenced. They are anchored on the other side. There's two very brothery type of guides that are anchored on the other side that will walk with you through everything that is in the Akash to help anchor you down so you can feel good, clear about what it is. So you can feel like, okay, I'm free to do this and I don't have to worry about some of these other mundane details. Got this, got this. This is what I've got. That's complete. Yeah, that's complete. Okay. Lucy says that maybe I spilled the beans on something for you, which means, yeah, it was okay to be revealed, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what this is, but something about this when I'm talking about the brothers and the seahorse and the chariot, I've spilled the beans. This is something that you are going to be able to have answers to coming up probably within a week or two. I don't know what that's about.
but it does make me excited for you. That's what got, holy darn smokes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that was incredible. Super incredible. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right. Yeah, that is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh, you have understanding now. It's just like you solving a kid's puzzle that you didn't know. Tetragrams, I think it is. Or they use like all these different shapes of parallelograms to make animals when kids are little. That kind of thing. Yeah, that's what came through. All right. Yeah, I'm sure you have plenty going on. All right, let me put these to the side. Get some water, and then we'll get Ash's blind done. Just give me a second. All right, water. Have to do some water. Okay. Okay. All right, Ash. What we've got here is, I don't know if it's a Victorian romance oracle. It's not a romance oracle, but it's a Victorian imagery, and I forget the name of it. And I trimmed it down. I'd have to look for the book. This one, Shaman's Dream Oracle, one of my favorites. I love this one. We've got Marchetti's Legacy of the Divine, or the Divine Oracle, something like that, I think. And then the Empath Oracle from Kim. Thank you very much. All right. And I'm not sure the names of any of them right now. I'm drawn to this one. This is where we're going in. So, Ash, we're going in. Why are we in the shop? Ash, we're in the antique shop. Okay. Get this so you can see. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully you can see. We've got divine timing, celebration, and discernment. We're in the antique shop as if you are walking through and picking up the different objects. There's something in, some people have the gift where they can pick up and know a story or know things about people that owned a certain object. You may take this first, like you may go, you would like junk shops, secondhand shops, antique shops. You need to do a wander there. You won't believe me just yet, is what I'm getting. You won't believe me just yet, but you take a wander, When you pick up some of these, I'm getting the word artifacts, whether it's a teacup or whether it's an old clock or whatever it is, when you pick up these things, there is connection, not just to a specific person, but also to the era of time. So even if at first you go and you pick up something that's like a mantle clock or an old teacup, and you decide, yeah, that looks quirky and interesting, I think I'm going to buy that. Then you go home and hunt the history. You'll find that there is purpose and reason for this. It's very interesting. This is a skill you're supposed to be developing and practicing. Okay. Now, I'm looking at you on this. I'm trying to look in both places at once. The skill that you have in order to do this is a very rare gift indeed, and it takes time, it takes practice, and it takes cultivated. This is something that is a gift that is honored to you. It's cracking open the back of a clock, seeing all the mechanisms and how they work. This is what it is like for you in the knowledge base, the wheels of your mind turn, 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 turn. Lucy, I need help with this one. The Swiss makers of the clocks were geniuses in their skill in what they did. They didn't make the clock for you to walk in to find. They made the clock because they focused on precision. They made the clock for precision time. So if you go in and find a clock, which it probably won't be if you find the clock, what it is this that is in your hand now represents an era, represents a time. So their divine gifting in whatever is the mechanism is only there. The object itself serves as the mechanism for you to tune in, to dial in, to get your gifts unfolding before you. Do you understand what I speak of? If I say clock, it may be clock. If I say shoe, it may be shoe. Whatever it is, the object that was designed and the designers of are not as important as your ability to tune in and tap in through using of this object. So it doesn't have to be clocks. I guess it could be anything that is an object that is finely crafted that you would get in an antique store. And why shoes would come in, I have no idea. It's just an object. It's the ridiculous notion of that people will be like, well, you can't possibly know that just because you've picked up an object. Oh, you specifically can. It will take you time to cultivate this gift. Is why we're getting the clock so much. Thank you, Lucy. It will take you time to cultivate this gift. You're not going to instantly walk in and pick up somebody's old shoe and know what happened in their whole life long. However, it is something you can cultivate. And not always does everyone have this gift. It's rarer to see. I don't know what the word for that is. I do know you have that gift. The letters of the past drawn through the sands of time come through in such a way they will teach you and show you the map. We've got the letters, the notes from the past that are left behind by the wearer. It's a way for you to tap into energy, and it's a way for you to hold the sands of time, and it is in your hands. It is very much in your hands. It is a gift that is protected. You can't just say this to everyone and pop off. Well, let's go to Savers. We're going to go to Savers. We're going to pick up a jewelry box, and I'm going to tell you everything about the old lady that died who owned this before. You will be able to do this in time, but you will share this gift in different ways and at different times. And it might be something you keep very personal for you, but it is something that some people do have this gift. You will get the messages. You'll get the information by holding the object. It's as strategic as a map. This is showing the chessboard, but it's as strategic as a map through time for you. Be careful of this. This gift doesn't come. This would be like if it were a job, it'd be hazard pay, because it can get people riled. It can get people pissed off. It's something you will celebrate that you have, but the discernment needs to kick in, right? Yeah, right. You could see these sharp tooth plants here, sharp objects, and decide, yeah, you don't want to pick that up. You don't want to go down to that little trap. Or just see it for what it is and value the sharp tooth thing, but know it needs to be handled with care. The information must be handled with care. Okay, Shaman's Dream Oracle. I want one from here, only one. The Watchers, transpersonal. The Watchers, transpersonal. This is from the Shaman's Dreams Oracle, and I have no idea what this card says in the Oracle book. What I can tell you is the owner of the gift that is deceased on the other side will be watching to see what happens with that particular object. Now, usually when people cross over, they lose the sense of attachment to this earth, this world. Sometimes people will leave things behind as clues, as evidence, or as a 3D trail for descendants or for people that would receive that gift. Don't think that you're going to walk in and pick up this thing and find it by accident. No, what you are naturally drawn to is what you honor, and go from there. Don't go suddenly treasure hunting and I should get this and I should get this. It's not a day at the dollar store or the bargain bin. It's if you go in and you don't see anything that draws you, that pulls you in that way, but you see things that are functional, you need some silverware and you need some, I don't know, some curtains or draperies, pick those up too. Those are great. But not everything is going to have meaning. You will know it, you will feel it. It'll be transpersonal and it will translate. And the illumination from the other side will come through and be translated through. It's really tripping me out. It's fabulous. See what else is going on. Oh my gosh. We've got ego illusions, boundaries, and star divine. This is where discernment comes in again. Let's put the Watchers right here. Okay, ego illusions. This is something that you're going to let go of. And this is something that you can understand what the story is in the gift or in the object and understand when and where to share it. You will learn this over time. This isn't so you can prove yourself a super psychic or test things out, or, you know, this isn't an egoic thing. This just is a knowing thing. This is meant more for you to understand and honor your psyche than anything else. It's not a carnival act and a carnival game, although some people would love it to be. It's a cool thing. It's a special gift that's granted here. Your ego will step aside and be out of the way once you're over the conundrum of trying to figure this out. The boundaries will be clear and you'll understand the gift in your hand and the star divine. Now the star divine, this is what needs to come through. Let me. Inner divine deities, guidance. We already talked about that. Clarity and protection. Yeah, this is what's coming through. This is definitely something about the way you connect with objects. I do not know what it is, but because you will understand the boundaries, you can celebrate the gift and the lesson. And it might be that somebody on the other side wants you to pick up jewelry box, shoe, clock, whatever. Pick it up, know their story, set it back down and be like, okay, gotcha, sister. Gotcha, mister. Understood. Okay. All right. Thanks for helping me learn to tune in and tap into this. Because it's one of your gifts. It's not the only gift. And it's, this is not for the general public. This is not for the circus. This is not for the big fat show. This is not something that you just break it out and show it off. This is meant for your spiritual growth as a layer, as a layer and an enhancement and in addition to some of your other spiritual gifts. That's complete. Yeah, that's what I got. Wow, that's gorgeous. That is incredible. Yeah. And you'll know when it needs to be used in a bigger fashion and shared with others. You will absolutely know. It's a celebration, and it's like having a secret treasure that's just your own, that's just for you for a while. And then when the time comes that you need to share that with others, then you will share it with others. You're not going to be walking randomly up, hey, got those shoes at the discount store, and guess what? I know they happen to belong to your great Aunt Myrtle. No. You'll get the shoes. You'll know who Aunt Myrtle is. And then if you happen to encounter her granddaughter, you'll know Aunt Myrtle's energy. You'll know her energy. And you may just be knowing exactly what might have been Myrtle's challenge and is also her challenge. And maybe that's just the person that you say, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, did you ever live up by blah, blah, blah? And a conversation starts from there. That's what's going on. That's what's coming through. Okay, now I want to read the pinned comment about you were vacationing in Edinburgh. You only had one day left and, oh, come on. Expand, you goofy thing. Thinking of thrift shopping. Absolutely, you should thrift shop. It might connect you in ways to your ancestors. Just go. And if there's nothing there, then just enjoy the feeling of the shops that you go in. If there is something there, you will be naturally drawn to it. It's not like you're going to have to look hard. You'll be naturally drawn to it. And it may be something that is kind of a signature that you've already, like, maybe got a collection of or got an affinity for, but it's meant to deepen and enhance your other gifts. I don't know why, but that's what I got. Gorgeous. Holy smokes. That is too cool. All right. Okay. I'm going to put these up here for now and get them out of the way. Put those there. Put these here. Okay. And generally is going to be blind reading. And then, Kim, I think we're going to close the list now because I can feel my voice is starting to go. Otherwise, I would stay a little bit longer. But if generally is next and that's the last one, then that's what we'll do for today. Let me have some water and then we'll go to it. No problem. Okay. Schedule for the week? No idea. Phil's coming home and he'll be home for 3 days. So we will probably be on I don't think tomorrow, but maybe Friday. And then I don't know if we'll be on, one of us will, if he's not home on Sunday, then I might be on Sunday. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely for sure let you know when I do. Okay. So that's what I know. I think, are we on Wednesday now? I don't know what. Yeah, we're on Wednesday now. So I'm thinking he'll want to do Friday. If he wants to do Thursday, then we'll do Thursday. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to tell with that man, and he's been all over Timbuktu and back. So, gosh, I'm just glad that he's in the state. Okay, all right. Generally, I have a lot of the angel influence that wanted to come through before, and I really think we're going to break out angel decks. Now, if you resonate more with fairies or butterflies or mermaids or whatever, take it for what it is, but it's coming through this way for me in this. So I don't know what's in those decks and why, but that's what I'm getting. So that's where I'm headed. Give me just a second. The grandmothers want to be here. Grandmothers of the Rose and the angel deck here. Oh my gosh. I put these all yesterday like this. Okay. Yeah, we'll grab that one too. And the Divine Feminine's coming through. Okay. This is very interesting. Generally what we're getting is rather than just gifts, it's also about the guardians right now. So I want to see what's going on. I'm not sure this order yet. That's unusual. Usually it's just the order they go in. No. There's a different order. Grandmother's one in first, then here, then here, then here, then here. Okay. I'll follow your lead. Message from the grandmothers. This is come to me, connect with me, seek me out. Come a little closer. Come to me, attracting like a rose. Receive abundance, desires. This is a point of surrender that's showing surrendering to whatever it is that is the angels and the guides. It's saying, when I talk about looking for beauty, this is also being open to beautiful things and being open to beauty coming through from unexpected places is what I'm getting. The old crone, the old hag will say, come closer, come closer. They're not all like, you know, we think of the old crone or Snow White and the old hag, but they will say, come closer. When the grandmothers call you closer, they're going to share a mystery. They're going to share a secret. They're going to drop some wisdom bombs. They're going to drop some truth your direction. Come closer, my dear. And it's also, when you come closer to this energy, it's because what they have to share with you isn't meant for everyone. Codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It is as if they are understanding a birthing that is happening for you in a new way. And not only is it about carrying the seeds, but the one that is coming through. I don't know. I don't recognize this woman. What I'm getting is the woman coming through. She's got silver hair, not white like mine. Silver hair, gray, like metal gray hair. A leather pouch to her side. This is the seeds. This is the one. Yes, like this. A sister to the bone collector. In the deck, the map from Colette Baron Reid, there's the bone collector card. If you wanted a visual of her, she would look like the bone collector's sister. Different color hair, but equally old, very, very, a face like a map. And she doesn't mind that. It's a beautiful, beautiful face like a map. Perhaps missing a tooth or two. Wise old crone, wise old crone. Have the seeds, understand time, understand what you plant and you grow. Understand this. This is something very interesting. This is a birthing for you, a birthing of protective time, and the grandmothers and the angels are coming through together. I got primarily angels decks, but I'm drawn to the grandmother, and I am seeing this grandmother here with her seed bag there. It is saying what you plant, that you reap. The law of the harvest you already will understand. You are to scatter seeds everywhere. You are to plant joy, plant happiness, plant sunshine, plant seeds that will grow. You are meant to scatter seeds. You are meant to scatter them everywhere, everywhere. Where you go, where you enter in, brings sparkle to the realm, to the realm, to the realm. Yes, my dear. This is true of her. She knows this is so. She will sometimes allow a darkness around her, and she shakes it off rather quickly. She can't be totally without darkness. I'm getting also that there is this wrap and cover your head. When you need more comfort, take whatever blanket or is your comfort blanket, wrap and cover your head. Honor the moment, the feeling that is perhaps the sadness or what we would consider more darker type negative feelings. Honor that that feeling is there to teach you just as much as joy is. Give yourself the moment. Then when you're feeling safe, secure, take this off. Take the scarf off, unwrap, let it down, and go scatter seeds again. Your grandmother's mom had silver short hair. Yeah. I don't know what this is about, but you are to be a seed thrower, a seed bearer. You are here being rebirthed. Something about these seeds is strong from the grandmother's aspect. Let's go into the Kyle Gray angel cards. Inner calling, comfort. Oh. The words you speak scatter like seeds, bring comfort to others, much like this. It is your inner calling. We just spoke of this. This inner calling that brings comfort to others with the words that you use. They lift others in a way that allows them to be free or shake loose, just like I talked of you taking off this scarf wrap. It allows them to shake loose of some of their heavierness as well. The liberation that comes from that is huge. Okay, I'm going to put this down so you can see. I'm going to put this down so you can see the cards. Hopefully you can see. And then I'm sure I'm going to manhandle the skin, but I want 2 more cards. There's 2 more cards that are coming. This is something to believe in. There's the grandmothers again. The grandmothers want you to understand this, to believe that you have this power. You're helping people cross from difficult times to smooth times, helping them get out of the troubled waters, and helping act like a rudder on a boat that is rudderless. Wow. It's why you are very protected. Believe in your dreams. Believe in what you want to pursue. When you are following your own true joy, your own true delight, and your calling at the same time, there is a harmonic way of seeing that comes through. It's liberating for you and those around you. It's like, yeah, it is like this comes in this fashion. I don't know if that helps, if you can see that clear enough, but I think you can. This creates liberation from heaviness for others and liberation in your spirit. When you share, when you scatter these joyful, sunshiny, happy, cheerful seeds, when you look to others and ask how they are doing, you do it from a way that has such sincerity that it carries, that your depth of concern or your depth of seeing them is recognized and in some cases, hugely so, felt. The energy that you bring towards your fellow being is felt in a way that it translates and lingers in a big, big way. I don't know how to describe that. Expansive is, I guess, how I describe it. Okay, anything about the timing on this that she needs to know? Any other questions on this from the angels? We're particularly talking about these angels. This is more about the work that you're doing, right? You are a liberator, a chain breaker. Oh. Okay. I didn't know the question was there until I was already in these cards. You are a liberator, a chain breaker. What people feel like is old patterning, old beliefs that's heavy on their heart. This is what you do. And because you bring joy and extend yourself in such a way that honors them exactly where they're at, how they are, who they are, exactly where they're at, in just the slightest way, because you're just naturally, you know, a little ray of sunshine out there sometimes. Not like you're Pollyanna, but you're just a happy. So if you're just being a happy-headed, how are you? And really seeing the person that's the greeter at the Walmart that's older, that's had a rough day, or how are you? And they're looking rough, and you're like, really, how are you? It's good to see you. It looks like you've had a rough day. Has it been rough here? Just that little bit of interaction can lift. This is chain-breaking stuff. It's something that allows them to be lifted and them to get through. It forgives and forgoes, goes beyond. It allows them to get past some of their own blockages. Sometimes it's a little, sometimes it's a big. This is what's going on. It allows more forgiveness of fellow man, forgiveness of friction. Yeah. You know when a random act of kindness has a rippling effect and it goes on and on and on, right? You know this? It's like this. You can do this with the words you bring, and it will inspire a new ripple. Anything else from this? No. Okay, no is a powerful word. This is about when you need to say no and protect your own energy and be guarded in what it is and say no to the time demands or no to whatever it is, 15 million things that you want to do. Your heart is big, but you have to use this word a little more often. You have to say no when you need to come back to yourself, return or recoup some of the energy that you share. It's like, this is something that if it's a very, very bright light, it will sometimes draw people that are draining. Sometimes you don't have to fix every bird with a broken wing, but sometimes you just have to, I see you, bird, or it's okay. But no is a word that you need to be able to use sometimes a little bit more. Anything else? Yes, you need to use the word no. Okay, we're going to go to the angels among us. This is the thing. This is why the angel decks are important. You act as the angel among the people a lot of times without even knowing. Without even knowing. There's that what if God were one of us song, and would we even recognize him? If God, the divine spark, the great creator, universe, whatever this is connecting us all, then God is not only one of us, he's every one of us. And he's definitely magnified in some of us. And they are the angels that are on earth. They're the earth angels that rescue, come to rescue, say the comforting word, see somebody a little bit more deeply than others might see. Sheila No Gig. This is gateway opening, legacy, gift. What I'm getting here is gateway, gateway, gateway. So I'll show you the card. This is the angels among us. I'm getting gateway, gateway, gateway. Gateway between the grandmothers to now, also acting as a bridge. The energy when you're in this space. And sometimes you won't be, and that's okay too. Other times you will be, but when you are in this space, you create portal bridge type energy going on. St. Lucy, charity, sight, and faith. St. Lucy. I don't know her story. Perhaps she was blind but could see what others did not. I would strongly suspect that was her story. I would strongly suspect that's what's going on. Huge. And then we have Bastet. A little bit of strutworthiness coming through with Bastet. Boundaries, intuition, psychic protection, and pleasure. When you are in joy, when you are happy and sassy and you're feeling it, you're like just in the good vibe, you're just feeling it. It's not slinging the vibe so much in the sensual way, but it's just slinging the happy vibe. It just opens the space around you. Where there's contention, where there's constriction in spaces, it opens. It's like when somebody's mad and comes into a room and everybody feels it. You're the opposite of that. It's very antidote. Very antidote. Okay, we're going to go now to the Divine Feminine deck. This says Akilahanda, goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. Again, that word liberation is coming through. I choose to become only more loved. This is something that this is equally the gift to you as it is to the rest of the world. When you walk with your wings on, when you walk, even though you might not feel like it, when you walk with your wings are always on, even on your rough days. But when you choose to be on task, on purpose, you're walking in a space, and this says, absolutely, everything happens for my liberation. I'm going to show you that so you can read it. Right there. Everything happens for my liberation. So right there. And this coming through with liberation. It's why the grandmothers are there. You're scattering these seeds everywhere, everywhere, scattering these seeds, liberating the energy, changing the energy just by scattering the seeds of joy wherever you're going. The angels are around you because you're wearing wings yourself and you don't even know it most of the time. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to be bitchy or grumpy or have your days where, oh, fuck, everything's gone wrong. You get to be human. But, sweetie, I don't know whether you believe in angels or not, and I don't care whether you believe in them or not. It doesn't matter either way. You can call them angels, you can call them starseeds, you can call them mermaids, you can call them whatever. Most of the world will understand the angel among us reference. It's why the angel steps comes through. You do have this very winged, light spirit, light heart, ready to go and throw seeds among the rest of us in a way that helps lift. This is part of your coding. It's part of your blueprint. It's part of what you're meant to do. This is what's going on. If you want to call in the archangels, be it Metatron, Gabriel, Raphael, Sandalphon, whoever it is you want to call call them in. They are an archetype, a blueprint, a being of force. So whether someone believes in one religion or another is not relevant. That's what I'm saying. But you can call in these archetypes, these forces. And when you call in the archetypes of the archangels, you're calling in a very powerful, strong force that is meant to bring good and act in a way of stewardship for us human beings that are here now. And it also allows you to walk this path with your own wings intact. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smokes, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous energy. That's beautiful. Who knew? Who knew? Yeah, it's liberating to your soul to connect. Yeah, and you will do it in a very, very peaceful, is what I'm getting, and beautiful way. Very natural, as if it was growing like seeds. Yeah, very, very beautiful, beautiful energy coming in through there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Gorgeous. All right, that's what I've got. Holy smokes, guys. That's what I've got. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, I don't always know why I'm drawn to certain decks. I just know, get out of the way, bring it through. They'll know why. So I'm glad it helps. I'm glad you are allowed to be human. But don't doubt for a minute that the energetic signature that you telegraph out, other people will pick up as an angel vibe. Other people will pick it up as a way of liberating, of bringing joy. It's incredible. It's incredible. So if you need to surround yourself with white light and fluff your wings and then go out and get your groceries or do whatever it is, just do whatever it is that makes you feel like you're in this space, and you're going to do just fine. But that's what I've got for today. So thank you everyone for being here. I may be back. Woo! Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I may be back tomorrow, or I may be back on Friday. I don't know which. Usually I go on around 11. When Phil's home, it kind of changes a little bit, and I try to get on at least 3 times a week. Sometimes it's 4. So that's what I'm doing. So that's what's going on. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Kim and Chad and all of you. Mwah. Thank you for being here. Go have a fabulous, fabulous day. It's going to be a beautiful day, and energy is shifting in a lighter way. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. All right. Much love, guys. See you later. Bye.